Good morning and welcome to Diva Guidance, weekly oracle card reading with MJ. This is MJ. It's Sunday, November 27th, and we're going to, as usual, do a reading for the upcoming week. Today, we're going to do things a little bit differently in that we're going to pick our cards using this lovely dosing tool. And we're also going to use a guiding crystal today, and that crystal is aragonite star crystal. This is discovered in Aragon, Spain. What's great about this crystal is it's an earth healer, and it's also a rebalancer. And if you carry one of these with you, first just sort of send the intention, but the intention is it shoots light in all different directions, as you can see. It shoots light where it's needed. It helps with anxiety, as do most of the crystals. And it helps with feeling a sense of out of balance, I guess. So it's a great balancer. Also good for the earth, so it's a good time to get some of this and really focus on healing the earth as well, because we really need to have more energy put in that direction. So we're going to use a little bit of guiding crystal today. As usual, we have our quartz crystal and our dream crystals and all our other nice rocks, and the Buddha, bringing a little gentleness to this reading and to the week. So without further ado, let's see what's in our mystery tarot box today. We're going to take off our quartz crystal and our dream crystal, shamanic dream crystal, and our beautiful Sputnik aragonite star crystal, and see what the universe brought us today. We have the Mother Peace cards. This is the Mother Peace deck by Karen Vogel and Vicki Noble. It's another mini deck. It's a lovely deck, and it kind of focuses on the feminine energies. So there's a lot of feminine imagery as opposed to the traditional imagery. They've just put a lot of more feminine influence. And rightly so. Look, that's a lovely Egyptian drawing. They're all hand done. You can search for them, buy them online. And just a little shout out to Karen Vogel and Vicki Noble for their lovely mini tarot deck. So we've laid out our 3 cards, and let's see what the tarot wants to tell us this week. All right, we've got the 2 of Cups. Look at that. That's a great one. I'm pretty sure we had that previously. Here's the World. This is a major arcana card. This is 21. And our last one is 3 of Cups. Well, this is a nice reading. Thank goodness. All the emotional times we've been having up to this week look like they're gonna float into a new energy this week, and this is exciting. So the 2 of Cups. So as per usual, there's a few ways to interpret this card, and always go with your intuition. When you see a card that we turn over, always go with your first instinct of what that might bring up for you. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's a feeling. In the best of all possible worlds, we have 2 people sharing the cups equally. We have to be careful in love situations that one person isn't giving up the cup again and again. Even in this card, you see, it seems like the mermaid to the left is just sort of receiving, and the one to the right is kind of more giving. So we have to make sure that we have equal sharing of love for it to blossom, and that starts with ourselves and loving ourselves and accepting the parts of ourselves that maybe we don't necessarily like, or the shadow part of ourselves, our dissatisfactions. We have to explore those so we know what we need to do to move forward and be happy. So, yeah, it's possible once we learn to love ourselves and just enjoy life a little bit. Look at those dolphins. They don't think about that too much. They just love to just hang out together and have a great time, and they equally share, bounding around in the ocean, and it can be great. So we have to remember ourselves first. We're going to move on to 21, the world. The world. This is number 21. This is near the end of the tarot deck, the end of the journey. Whatever your journey or cycle of life that you've been on, you're getting it. For sure, you're getting closer to your goals. As you can see, she's in the middle of the circle of life, the circle of birth and death, the cycle of life. It's a colorful, active circle. And she looks pretty happy. She's got her fire and she's dancing. She's got movement. She's moving forward in the right direction towards her goals at the moment in this particular life path and cycle that she's been on. And so she's in a good place. Perhaps you've achieved something, since this is in the self position or the present position. Perhaps you've achieved something. You're seeing your goal that you've been working on starting to come to fruition. Hopefully we have this lovely support here at work, either from our relationships or our co-workers. Maybe it's a work thing of giving and taking, or ourselves, our relationship with ourselves and how we love ourselves and how we're moving forward and we're passionate about our life and we're really feeling we have purpose. We have to be careful that we're not running around in circles. And we're not doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over until we're just like, we're not actually in control of our life. And we can start to feel cynical and depressed and unhappy with our daily life. And sometimes we're faced with the temporariness of life, and maybe that's what kicks us to get going. But whatever it is, we need to get going. I mean, it's not like the cycle of life is just sitting around. It's an active thing. It's colorful. There's movement. There's lots going on here. So, yeah, if you keep getting feelings of dissatisfaction coming up with whatever it is you're doing in life or whatever the question is at hand, then perhaps it's your relationship, right? Maybe that's what this means here, is that perhaps there's not a lot of equal giving and taking. Perhaps there's been something happening and you're moving forward. That's okay too. Because as we can see, there's lots of things going on, and in life there are lots of experiences that we need to, perhaps some of us need to experience more than others. So if you're having those feelings coming up and it's not making you happy, then it's time to make a change. Right? Moving forward towards our next phase. We're at the end of this tarot deck in the number 21, near the end. And so we're near the end of this journey or this particular path. So we're moving forward to the next one, the next journey in life, the next experience that's going to take us spiritually and mentally, physically to a new place. Okay, so going along the lines of creating our world and ourselves being the authors of our universe, we're going to come back to the Three of Cups here at the next step in our journey, and the influences or the attitudes or what we need to do. And so the Three of Cups is a pretty happy place. People are having a pretty good time playing music. They're playing with different things. They're having a good time. There's lots of activity. However, the river is kind of going nowhere. It doesn't start anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. It sort of just is just sitting there, this kind of lakey I'm not sure where that water source is going to or coming from. And we also see that these guys are having a great time. However, their cups are being left unattended. And the cups are going to represent our needs, our emotional needs. So it's good to have a good time. That's always fun. But don't forget about your emotional needs and your needs being respected. And if they aren't being respected, perhaps, once again, it goes to this. Maybe you don't feel that your partner is, or your most significant person in your life is really matching, and that you need to rebalance. It's always possible. You are the author of your world. So if you want to rebalance, you can. And maybe you need to just figure out what is it that you need to rebalance. Maybe the needs are being left unattended. Don't forget about yourself in this journey. It's about you. This is your world. But we don't want to get lost in another person's self and lose ourselves and not know exactly where we're going or what our purpose is. And we might get confused. So just don't let that happen in your journey this week. Stay focused on your goal and on your needs and what you need this week. It's okay to ask your friends and your loved ones. It's okay to show our shadowy selves to each other. If you notice, the person in the front here has their back turned to us, showing they're not showing, it's their shadowy self. It's okay to show that. It's okay to show our nakedness to each other. I guess this cup is showing us that the reason these people are able to have a good time is even though they have their cups over there, they're still filling their needs and being open with one another, and that leads to great love and respect. So just remember to respect yourself. No one else will respect you. And you need to take care of your needs as well. You don't want to leave your cups just anywhere on some water source mixing with other emotions that you don't even know who those people are or what they're doing. There's a level of trust. And first it starts with ourselves always. We need to acknowledge the shadowy part of ourselves in this circle of life. We need to acknowledge all of ourselves in order to experience true love and also to experience our purpose and really, figure out who we are and what we're doing here. Don't ignore it, just with playful time or diversions. That is what we're saying today. And another thing we want to talk about with this particular card is the world. And we're going to get back to the Sputnik here because this is, again, a very powerful stone for the earth. And we just want to be protective of the earth now and support any water protection movements that are going on or any environmental, if you have a particular environmental passion or an area that ignites you with strong feelings. Maybe you haven't even explored your commitment to the earth up to this point, but maybe this week you want to do that because we are talking about the world here, and this is our overseeing crystal here, reminding us to take care of the world. It's our world. We need to take care of it, not just psychically or emotionally, but actually physically. Okay? We can't just leave things unattended and just think that things are going to just work out. We have to take action. So in whatever way that is for you, I call to you this week to take an active step in saving our world, whatever that is. Maybe you're particularly, passionate about animals and you want to save a particular animal. We'll do something active this week. Maybe buy their t-shirts, donate some money, volunteer. Take an active step this week in actually helping our planet. We can't just leave it without our help. We are the caretakers. if we want to enjoy fresh water, if we want to enjoy fresh air, and the beauty of this incredible blue marble floating around, then we need to take care of her. And that is what we need to think of today, this week as well. I want you to think of that this week, particularly our freshwater rights. Look into that a little more this week, and let's have a great week. We're going to end this with a meditation. All right, so get in a comfortable position. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Again. And exhale. One more time. Inhale through the nose. And exhale a nice big sigh. That feels good. Now just breathe naturally. It's a good idea to close your eyes. So once you've gotten comfortable, either in a chair or on some pillows, or even lying down. Maybe you're lying down, that's okay. Just concentrate on your breathing. Whatever the rhythm that is. Just listen to your breath. Imagine your perfect place and what you would do if you were the caretaker of that place. How would you care for that place? What would you do? Take a nice deep breath. One more time. That's our meditation for today. A great week. Enjoy everything that you're doing this week. Remember, it's all how we look at it. If you aren't enjoying something, remember to take a deep breath. Just go inside and remind yourself you're here. Life is great. And have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Remember, if you are looking for more in-depth reading or some meditation guidance, you can find me at www.divaguidance.com, on Facebook as Diva Guidance, Twitter, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel and you will get updates on anything that I've posted here. And also you can find my weekly blog on Twitter and also on www.divaguidance.com. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.